And here we go. Hey, everybody, how's it going today? Hope you had a fantastic day. Today, we are going to be ripping into a blaster box of MVP from 2006 7. This should be fun. We've got 8 cards per pack, 10 packs plus 2 bonus packs for a total of 12. Let's get the cellophane off here. I don't know if any of you guys collected MVP in the early 2000s. I did, but for some reason, I don't really know what the reason is for this exactly. This particular year, I didn't collect it. I collected it the year before, I collected it the year after, but somehow in between there, I missed 1 year. So let's get caught up and see what I've been missing. Let's open up this box. Every pack contains at least one rookie. This always used to be common in the blasters back then. At least one rookie or one insert card per pack. Got them all thrown out here. Look at the size of this blaster. It's almost the size of a hobby box, but that was the norm back then. All right, let's count up the packs to make sure we got the right amounts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the cover with Jumbo Joe on the front. Let's get ripping and see what we get in here. This should be a nice throwback to some of the older names from the 2000s. I'm sure you guys will be looking forward to seeing some of these names in here. And first one up here is from the Leafs, Nick Antropov. This is the look of the card with just a little picture of them in the middle. And there's the back of it. 06, 07. All right, let's go through these. Chris Clark, Washington. Olav Kolzik. Ilya Kovalchuk. That's the Atlanta uniform in case you can't see it. Roslav Olez. Jason Arnott. And all these signatures, by the way, are just predisposed in there. Andy McDonald. And our first hit, I guess you could say. Let's see if I can say this properly. Jarko Immonen. Make sure I got that right there because it's all in handwriting. So that's our first hit there. Not a big name, and I don't expect to get any major names in here for the rookies, but I am looking forward to some big names on the base cards. So let's see what we get for the base cards. All right, next up, Steve Ott. Mike Medano. Look at that. A couple of longtime Dallas Stars. Zach Parise, New Jersey. Dustin Brown, the Kings. Tumo Rutu, Chicago. Jim Slater with Atlanta. Vincent LeCavalier, who was one of the main stars back then. And clutch performer of Rick Nash is our first insert hit. There's what the front looks like. There's what the back looks like. And like I say, it's all in handwriting. Pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next pack here and see what other kind of hits we can pull out of here. I'll be completely honest with you. As the years have gone by, I bought less and less MVP. Not as big on it as some of the other products, but it's still a fun rip. Miran Gaborik, Minnesota. What a great player he was. Johan Hedberg. Steve Eminger. Alice Hemsky, Oilers. Chris Higgins. Mark Savard, all right. Boston. UC Jokinen. And a rookie card for Louis Erickson. I'm pretty sure a lot of Dallas fans remember Louis. What a great player he was. Put him aside there. Like I said, we're going to see a lot of throwback names here because this is from pretty much 20 years ago, the year after Crosby's rookie year. So we may see some familiar names here. Sean Horcroft again. Brian Berard. Merrick Malik. Mark Bell. Brian Sotheby. Sergey Brylin. Todd White. And look at this. Hart MVP. Gotta have Hart. Danny Heatley, Ottawa. Another very, very talented player. What a career he had. That's a nice looking card, actually. Not bad. Gotta have hearts. All right, let's see if we can get some more heart out of this. Would love to pull a card of Jaromir Jagr. That would be pretty fun. The insert card for him. We got Paul Ranger, Doug Waite, Scotty Gomez, Pierre-Marc Bouchard, Alex Old, Patrick Marleau. Look at that. One of my favorites from San Jose. Ryan Whitney and rookie Dustin Byfuglien. That's a fantastic hit. That's a keeper for sure. What a great player he was. And he just kind of disappeared into the sunset when he suddenly left hockey. That was too bad. But he left quite the legacy behind him. He was a great, great body checker, that's for sure. All right. David Lenovo. I don't think I know this guy, to be honest with you. Let's just take a look there at the back. Played for Colorado. I don't remember. Tell me if you remember this guy. I don't remember him, to be honest with you. Fernando Pisani, remember him? Mike Camilleri, Keith Ballard. Oh yeah, Nicholas Lidstrom, one of the greatest defensemen the game's ever seen. Another great one, Peter Forsberg, fantastic. Telquist, who remembers Telquist with the Leafs? Wow, that was a while back. And last line of defense. Another cool looking card here of Thomas Vokoun. Great goalie pose there. There's what the back of that card looks like. Thomas Vokoun. All right. Always fun to get some Nashville guys in there. All right, off to the next pack here. And let's see what we get. All right, first on this one is, oh yeah, Henrik Zetterberg, another great Detroit player. Henrik Lundqvist. What's the chance of pulling two Henriks back to back? Henrik Zetterberg, Henrik Lundqvist, and then we go to a regular name in Paul Kariya. Not that the other ones aren't regular, but a little bit more common here. Pascal Leclerc, Patrick Elias again. Marc-Andre Fleury. I love getting cards of this guy. That's fantastic. I'll post that one later. David Viborny. And our next rookie is Michel Ouellette of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Fantastic card there. Just sort those over to the side for a moment. Then we'll open up the next pack. And let's see what we get in this one here. There are dual patches that are available in these in this set. So if we get a dual patch, that would be pretty cool. Oh, one of the most fun Leafs to watch, Darcy Tucker. Love that guy. Alexander Frolov. Another Peter Forsberg. Yuri Lettinen. Amazing Dallas star. Kyle Calder. Zdeno Chara. Oh, yeah. Mark Parrish. And a rookie of Franz Doyle with New Jersey. Frank Doyle. Sorry, I apologize. Frank Doyle with New Jersey. And I guess one thing you're probably noticing here is that even though it's just one blaster, we are seeing doubles in the blaster. You never want to get doubles, but I guess back then it was a little bit more common to see doubles. Nikolai Habibulin with Chicago. Martin St. Louis, coach of the Montreal Canadiens now. Duncan Keith, amazing Stanley Cup winner there. Ladislav Nagy. Ilya Brizgalov, the Ducks. Joffrey Lupul. Mark Denis, Tampa Bay. And look at that. Another got to have hard card of Martin St. Louis, who we just pulled in the same pack, of course. Look at that. Beautiful card. Nice. Look, I kind of like those inserts. They're pretty cool. Not mind-blowing, but they're still fun to collect. We've got 3 packs left to go. Let's see how we do on this one. Sheldon Souray, great shot. Andrew Ladd. Jeff O'Neill when he was with the Leafs. John LeClaire during his short time in Pittsburgh. Jordan Tutu, Sparkplug. Bill Guerin in St. Louis. Todd Bertuzzi with Florida. And last line of defense card. Look at that one. Mika Kiprasov. Probably, arguably, the greatest Calgary goalie that they've ever had. And if you want, tell me in the comments if there's somebody else who was better in Calgary in that than Mika was, because it's pretty hard to find one. Vesa Toskala during the San Jose days. Matt Cook. Michael Nylander. That's right, he is the father of Willie Nylander of the Leafs. Wade Redden. Scott Hartnell. Philip Cuba. Thomas Vanek, and we've got ourselves a rookie card for Thomas Kopecky for the Detroit Red Wings. And our final rip here in our throwback. Let's get some good base card names here, hopefully, at least. I hope you enjoyed this rip here, going back in time a little bit. All right, last one. We've got Chris Pronger, Sergei Zubov. We pulled a lot of good Dallas Stars in this one. Matt Stajan in his Leaf days. John Michael Lyles. Brian Smolinski. Pavel Dimitra. Jason Pominville. And then our final card is International Icons. Olav Kolzig. I love Olav Kolzig. That's amazing. And it's the German flag there. On 3-3-6, the goalie became just the 36th keeper in NHL history to reach the 250 mark. Amazing. Oli the goalie. What a great way to end things off there. All right, let's just do a really, really fast recap here just so you can see who we pulled. Rookies, Kopecky, Frank Doyle, Dustin Byfuglien. That's an awesome one there. Louis Eriksson, another good one. Jarkko Timonen and Michel Ouellette. I think I would have to pick Dustin Byfuglien as the best hit there. That's just fabulous. And then, of course, we have these hits here. Let me just sort them together really quickly here. Last minutes, we'll put those first. So we got Kiprasov. You can see that okay there. Thomas Vokoun. Fantastic. And then we've got the, let's put those together here. One Memento, the Heart with Danny Heatley. You got to have Heart. And Martin St. Louis. Those are two cool looking cards there. International Icon of Olav Kolzig. And then the clutch performer of Rick Nash with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Fun rip there. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know which one was your favorite card. And tell me if you collected these also. And if you have any nice cards you pulled out of these. Love to hear about it. Thanks for watching as always. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will catch you later.